big summer of sport we did have. We had the Olympics. Don't know if we enjoyed that, the Olympics. Yeah. Somebody booing the Olympics. I fucking hated it. I hate PE. Fucking do. I enjoyed it. Usain Bolt, that's a great name. And it sounds, you can make his name sound quite confrontational. Usain Bolt. That's his middle name, a tut. Usain Bolt. The Olympics, I enjoyed the Olympics and the Paralympics. I enjoyed the whole thing. Thought it was pretty good. See, the prefix para, it means parallel. That's why they call it the Paralympics. Parallel. It runs parallel with the actual Olympics. See, para to me and people my age, I've always associated that with paranoia. Right? If you describe somebody as being a bit para, it means they've just had too many good weekends. And their brain has just said, fuck this, I'm out of here. You can do the rest yourself. I'm just going to... No, guys you see in house parties about 8 in the morning, long after the party's finished, just sitting on the couch, wearing somebody's mum's dress. Both their eyebrows missing. That's somebody you would say, he looks a bit para. So I laughed this year. I seen Paralympics. So how fucking good would that be? An athletics event for acid casualties. I'd go to that. Just a thought I had. The Paralympics. See some guy shattering the 100-metre record because he thought the police were chasing him. Commentator, and what made this even more special was he completed the entire race with his head over his left shoulder. Whilst frantically emptying his pockets onto the track. He could have a false start at the Paralympics. The fucking voice in my head said go. The diving, some guy up the top of the diving board just refusing to jump. No chance, that's the fucking shallow end. How about you, big guy? Do you play any sports? Guy with the biceps there? Yeah. Olympics get you inspired now? Get involved? Yeah. You play sports? What do you play? Anything you want to play, right? I'm not seeing if you're coming out. I'm just asking. I'm not at your fucking door with a ball in the arm. It's not the summer holidays. We're no 10. I'm just asking, do you play? I'm kind of busy now for a game of Kirby. I'm just asking. Anything you want to play, that's pushing down. We'll just play the computer. What's that in? Do you play computer games? No, you don't play. I gave up on them. I played COD. That's what my wee cousin said. Oh, you need to get COD. Call of Duty. I'll explain that to anybody over 40. It's the biggest selling computer game of all time. It's Call of Duty. The kids call it COD. I'll just explain that in case you ever get invited over for a game of COD and you show up with the wrong fucking stuff. Walk into your nephew's living room, start fucking slapping people. Bet you never thought Uncle Eddie could play COD, boys, eh? I was Old West of Scotland semi-finalist in the 80s at COD. Fucking love it. Still got it. After this, we'll play smoked haddock. Same rules, different fish. That is fucking minging Uncle Eddie. Sorry about him, boys. He's a fucking fanny. I was always the PlayStation generation growing up. I was always terrified. You play COD these days, it's too real. It's a war game. You control this guy in a war zone. It's high definition graphics. There's a storyline. See, I'm used to the old days. You played a computer game and your guy would die. So you would just go back to the start and then try again. And it was fun. These games, Call of Duty, your guy dies. You're fucking stunned. Like, wow, I better go and buy a poppy. start to feel guilt. I better go and lay a reef for this guy. Picture myself standing there. People saying, oh, who did you know? Oh, I knew a guy called Player One. The window cleaner came to my door for his money and I forgot to press pause. So you don't play much sport then, big guy? What's your name? Chris. Your name's Chris. Good man, Chris. I was always petrified of playing sport. When I was young, I was school. I blame the managers. That's the problem with youth development and football in this country. Go to your local playing fields on a Saturday morning and watch these guys who manage under 10s. Go if you've got a relative involved, otherwise it can look a bit dubious if you just sort of show up every week. I watch these guys. The guys they've got their initials stitched onto their tracksuit on the touchline. They've got an earpiece in so they can communicate to their assistant manager. He's sitting up in a fucking tree. They've got a pair of Adidas Sambas on, football socks pulled up, pair of nice tight shorts, nice 80s style. They're just screaming abuse. That's what put me off. Terrifying. These guys just going, Jamie, come inside. Just screaming, demoralising abuse at 9-year-olds. Come inside, son. Jamie, none of that fancy stuff. Ah, fuck you, Jamie. That's why your mum's an alky, you wee prick. I know, George, but it's every fucking Saturday. Well done for coming to something. Well done. Good of you. Well done. It's difficult coming to something. I don't underestimate for a second the challenges involved. It's a lot of effort. I don't think we ever take the time to show our appreciation for the heroes in there, the unsung heroes, people amongst you who organise these nights, people who know when shit goes on sale, people who sit on Ticketmaster. Page cannot be displayed. Server timed out. The people who compose that original group text. Assembling the troops. The people who dared to dream that a night out could be possible. Sitting, dealing with people's replies, trickling in, sucking at the enthusiasm. Oh, Kevin Bridges, oh, what night is it? Where is it? How much is it? What time does it start? What time does it finish? Who else is going? Who else is going? What a fucking snide inquiry. That's when the organisers faced with the internal politics of the social circle. Your night out needs a big name to confirm. A headline act, an A-lister, pal. A crackpot, disco, rhizo, nasher, somebody that can turn your night out into 4 nights out. It's only wee Scobie going so far. I know he's a wee prick, but he'll drive. Well, come along, front row. How we doing? You all right? Looking good. How you doing, sir? You all right, mate? You can reply, mate. It's live. It's not the fucking telly yet. We're only making a DVD. It's not actually the DVD's face. That 3D telly's a fucking beauty. Good man. What's your name, sir? You're not telling me. All right, that's good. What's his name, mate? Fucking grass him in since he's not telling me. Johnny. You settling for that, Johnny? All right, it's only a comedy show, Johnny. You're not getting booked by the police. It's just a wee... Camera right on Johnny there. That's it, mate. You make him feel like shit for that. There we go. That's Johnny, everybody. Tell your name to the camera, Johnny. Good man. Welcome along, Johnny. I like your night out. I'm getting to that age. I'm grown up. I've got mates getting married and having children. This is new to me. My life's changing. You don't get a night out as often. The weekend is no longer an excuse in itself. You don't get a night out. It's rare. But when they happen, it's a rollover and they go on far too long. I think anybody can party like the newly married man, the new father. I hear One Direction singing. They're gonna go crazy, crazy, crazy. Until they see the sun
and rappers singing, gonna party until 6 in the morning. All these parties that have got scheduled end times. That's not what happens when your mates start getting married and having children and you get a night out. They go on far too fucking long. People don't want to go back to the life that they're creating for themselves. Mayhem ensues at the suggestion of a 6 in the morning curfew. These want to call it a night. Want to fuck, man. 1 more hour. The spar's open. We'll go and get cans. The adult empty. It's a bleak affair. The empty. 10 years on. Some paranoid wreck walking through your living room looking for a Nokia charger. "17 missed calls. I better fucking text her." Highlights of a game of FIFA on the PlayStation that was finished about 3 hours ago. Still playing. 2 guys snorting cocaine, talking about a fight they had in primary school. Listen, I'm fucking glad we sorted that tonight, bud. Me and all, mate. I was out of order that playtime. I was out of order. 35-year-old guy still using expressions like playtime. That was me, it was out of order, mate. I'm the one that kept throwing fizzy cola bottles at you. I knew. You had to be seen to be doing something about that, mate. I understand. You never need to call us a VL, but that was out of order on your part. At 6 in the morning, Nokia guy arguing with his missus by text. "I told you I was having a mad one." His only justification for having a mad one. He fucking told her he was having a mad one. And then staying on the offensive. I thought you were going to your mum's to watch Strictly anyway. "It's fucking 6 o'clock in the morning, Ryan." How the fuck am I supposed to know what time Strictly finishes? Then looking at the telly, looking at the PlayStation, thinking it's fucking Sky Sports. Here, when did Motherwell beat Columbia? That's fucking some result for the Well, isn't it? Columbia have their full team playing, aye? I should stuck money on that. 7 red cards. Is there a bit of needle between the two? 6 in the morning. That's tough. Watching guys grow up against their will. Watching somebody going through an old VHS case that's been used as a joint rolling station for years. Raking through the paraphernalia, trying to find something smokable. There's a bit of green in there, press my finger on that. There's plenty here, gentlemen, the night is but young. A bit of green stuff, tobacco, scrape that in. Hells, there's always hells in the rolling tray. I thought I'll put the pubes in, who gives a fuck? Lying there in emotional purgatory, trying to get a knackered disposable lighter to work, the only lighter in the party. Them big long flicks, come on, you piece of shit. Eventually, getting a bit of blue flame and going, yes, and then the S blows it straight back out again. It's hard to watch a married man lighting a pube joint off the toaster. Do you take drugs, Johnny? There's a cameraman, that's it. You hinder his future employment prospect. I'm only joking now, I don't take drugs. I used to smoke weed, Johnny. I used to smoke, I get busted. You know how I get caught? We were having fajitas one Sunday as a family and I rolled a fucking belter. And it aroused far too much suspicion. From that day forward, I was under surveillance. It was evident I had obtained these skills elsewhere, no doubt through illicit activity, as this was the first time we had ever sampled Mexican cuisine as a family. I'm taking a back seat, letting everybody else go first. They're putting together these big abominations, big baggy, reckless bastards. Salsa bombers going down their t-shirts. I'm biding my time, just surveying the devastation at the table, the mess. My own family, a disgrace to the art of rolling. Then I stepped up. I'm saying, pass me the skins, the tortillas, Dad. I took 3 tortillas out of the packet. There's the hash smokers in there.